Welcome back guys to another tutorial, and today we're taking a look at how to animate our intro. Last time we created this intro, as you can see, it's not the best, so we want to add some spice to it, spice it up, animate it, make it cooler, and so that's what we're aiming for today. So here we are in Adobe Premiere Elements, and we're just going to import the intro that we did before. So here we go. We've got our intro here. You can see it's a box. It looks pretty good. So now what you want to do is you want to open Photoshop and create a blank page and then save it as a blank. You're going to want to import it into Premiere Elements. Alright, so now we've got this blank page here. What we're going to do is we're going to overlay it against the logo here. So now we can't see the logo. What you want to do is make sure that the white blank page is selected and just size it down. You're going to want to go into Applied Effects and uncheck Uniform Scale. I've been able to scale it perfectly to the box here. And so if I uncheck this, you can see that I still have that top line there. And that's perfect. So then we're going to want to duplicate that. Okay, so now we've got all the sides done, as you can see here. All the sides are done. So now we're gonna go in and animate each little part. So we can hide video 1 now. Okay, you're gonna want to select a spot where you're going to be able to remember where you're at. And you're gonna want to click on each of them, go into motion, and just click the little toggle animation button. So you might want to take notes on each position and scaling of your blank pages. You want to make sure that all the positions and stuff, that numbers are accurate, and that way if there's any mistakes you can quickly go back to it, and that way you can animate forward instead of having to animate backwards. Now that you have all the numbers written down, you're going to want to hide video 2 and video 3, so the top and bottom, the areas, and now we are going to just animate these two. So all the way at the beginning, we're going to select one. We're going to go motion. We're going to set this to 1000 to keep it as close to the center as possible. And then the scale height we're going to want to put as 0. So then we're going to select a place in time that feels right, and we're going to put that back to its original height, which was 22.4. Alright, so now we've got this line that pops up like this. You always want to make sure that you save your work. Alright, so we're going to select this one, we're going to copy, and then we're going to paste effects and adjustments. So now they both pop up right down the middle. There we go. Now we're going to want to go to motion. We're going to just make sure that all this is keyframed again at the spot that we want it. This spot is where we're going to return it to its default position. So open up motion, and we're going to type in the positions that it used to be in. So there we go. So now we can just play it. So here we're going to want to change these values. We're going to change the scale width to 0. Make sure to click the little watch icon to enable the keyframes. So here we're going to continue with the bottom 2 layers here. And so at 115, which is where these 2 bars extend, we want to make sure that the scale height, the scale width, is still 0. Now at 4, where everything extends, we're going to want to change the scale width back to its original. Alright, so right here, we're going to want the text to fade in. So we're going to start here. At 4:15, we're going to have it fade in. And at the beginning of the clip, it's going to be completely out. We'll actually start the clip at 4 because I don't want the gray to show before the lines are in place. Alright, so we're going to want to expand all the layers here and click on the little dots here to create manually a keyframe. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go forward a little bit. Do the same thing. Then you're gonna want to split the layers there. There we go. These layers we can delete, as well as this one. Then in the corner here, pull down the little keyframes. You can zoom in to see them a little better. There we go. So I edited this last layer a little more so that there wouldn't be a weird, you can kind of see it on the corners. It's a little wider, a little brighter than the rest. So this minimized it by fading this out later. So there we go. We've animated this intro. So here's the finished product. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, especially if this helped you out. And if you do subscribe, be sure to click the bell to get all the notifications. And if you haven't seen part 1, I'll have a link in the description and also a card on the top right corner, right in your face, like that, right there. Yep. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of tutorials you want next and what programs you want me to create tutorials on. Things like that. Anyway, have a nice one. I'll see you guys in the next video.